All right. Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh, this computer. Today's gonna be weird because I know Noah is streaming soon. So this will be very interesting. Why is this? All right. Okay, I think there's like 7 people. Oh, there's 9. Sick. It went up. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Why is this doing this? This is my face up close and personal. All right. Let me know if you can hear me. What's up, Lomo? What up? What's up, Donald Trump's weave? Andrew and Charlie. Okay, I'm gonna assume y'all saying yo. What's up, Twavis? Yes, welcome. Welcome to Dr. Martina's class today. We are gonna be making. Okay, actually, I already made the cakes. They're right there. This is always weird. It's like backwards. I mean, boom. We can hear you. Thanks. Thanks, Charlie. You're the real MVP. Because I can never tell, even though, I mean, odds are y'all can. So I could just like assume, hey, you can hear me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, so today we are doing something different. Again, that was felt very teacherly. I'm like, yes, class. Are we all good? How was your weekend? Oh, we're not making chocolate bread. You're like, yes, I love chocolate bread. And I'm like, we're not making chocolate bread, but close enough. I got an order to do a birthday cake this week. So again, I will not be eating this. It's for someone else's birthday. Hopefully they don't see this. And, oh, what's up, Katie? And we're basically going to be putting cakes together. So I don't know if you've ever seen someone put a cake together. I already made the cakes. So it's gonna be a 2-layer 6-inch cake. Have you seen, these are like, they don't look little to me anymore because I'm used to making them, but like most cake layers are like 8 inches and these are 6 inches. So they look kind of small. It's kind of funny, but I'm also used to them, so they don't look small to me anymore. So we are going to be making a triple chocolate birthday cake. So I got chocolate cake, then I'm going to make chocolate buttercream frosting and chocolate ganache and put it all up in this cake. And I'm adding pecans to the frosting, and I'm probably not adding it to the ganache, but I'm adding it to the frosting, and it'll go in the middle too, and then put some pecans on top. So it should be bueno. So let's get it to it. So I still need to make the frosting, so that's what is first. So I need to make the frosting, I need to make the ganache, and then what else I need to do? Actually, I feel like I should make the ganache first, because the ganache needs to get to room temperature. I do not want it hot on my cake. Should I have toasted these? I feel like if I try to toast them, I'll burn them. So let's just not. I've never toasted them before. Recipe. So, anywho's. All right. So actually, I need to find this. Oh, and I'm using Chell Sweets recipe. For some reason, like it makes sense. Chell Sweets makes sense because it's like Chelsea, but it's sweet. But for some reason, it's hard for me to say Chell Sweets. Like it doesn't roll off the tongue for my tongue, I guess. They can burn so... Okay, thanks, Katie. Thanks for that affirmation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure pecans can burn pretty easily, and I just don't want to play that game. So, raw it is. Okay, and then ganache filling. Okay, so we're going to do the ganache first. I lied. Pack it up, stand mixer. We're doing the ganache first. Let me throw this over here, because we don't need this right now. Oh, also, wait, real fast, recap. So, I posted... What was it? Early last week, I made like the dessert pizza, that apple crumble thing. Is this dot on my face? Is that a freckle? Or is that on the screen? Do I always have a freckle there? Anyways. Oh no, Noah started streaming. Okay, Noah started streaming. This is weird. I don't like streaming at the same time as him. That is not ideal. But anyways, I got distracted. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I posted the dessert apple crumble to my Instagram today. So that is there if you want to check out how it came out. And you will hear Noah in the background because he's streaming. No hurt, no harm if you want to go watch Noah's stream. If you want to leave and watch Noah's stream. So then I also made the Iron Man cake like 2 days ago. A lot of baking. So just got the notification, yeah. Oh, why is that sticky? So the Iron Man birthday cake I actually delivered yesterday, and it turned out not bad. It turned out okay. The tres leche, it being a tres leches made it a little difficult. I think like other regular cakes would be a lot easier, but I'll post that one soon. It turned out all right. Good, not great. Like it was good. It was good. Um, yeah, it was good. I just like it's different when it's a tres leches. Okay, I'm looking for a bowl that I can put in the microwave. How big are these? They're actually a good size. I usually use this one, so I'll stick with the one I normally use. I usually use this giant bowl. Baking tip numero uno. You should always have a bowl you can stick in the microwave because odds are you're gonna have to stick something in the microwave at some point. So the metal, again, do not put the metal. I know he's loud. Again, do not put metal in the microwave as we established. That is bad juju. All right, so we got ganache filling. So I need milk chocolate and heavy cream. All right, heavy cream. Oh, and for the Iron Man cake, I ended up having to go with white frosting because I made the frosting red, and then I tried to make it Iron Man red, which I got it to that color, but I'd added so much food coloring to get it to that Iron Man red color that the whole thing was just soup. It was just soup, and I literally had to go to the store with a friend. We went back to the store. I had to remake the whole batch of like Cool Whip frosting, and I just left it white, called it a day, because it was not being cool. It was not being cool. It was not working out. I don't know. The universe was against me in making that frosting red. So here we are. All right, this bowl's really heavy. This bowl is super heavy. All right, so I'm doing half of the recipe because the recipe is for a 4-layer 8-inch cake, which is massive, by the way. And I'm doing a 2-layer 6-inch cake. So it's about 2/3 of a 2/3. It's like about 45% of the recipe. Okay, so 340 grams divided by 2 is, I should probably know that. I'm just not gonna do it. I already forgot to put pecans in the cake today. I was supposed to put pecans in the actual cake and I forgot, and that really bugged me. So this, I'm like, let's not make any mistakes again. Okay, so I need 170 grams of chocolate. Do I have to heat the cream first? Wait, hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. People always make this differently. I do it the lazy way. You can do it in a pot, which is probably better, fresher, whatever, but I just microwave it because I don't have time to be doing that. Pour heavy cream and Bailey's in a medium-sized pot and heat a medium-high heat. You know what? Actually, you put the cream in first. I remember some other recipes, they do it. You put the cream in, you microwave it, and then you add the chocolate. So that is what I'm going to do. But how much cream do I need? 230 grams of cream, but I'm doing 115 because we're having that. All right, let's start over. Oh my gosh, I hope this doesn't take me forever. That's the real goal, to not take forever here. Okay, 115 grams. Oh my gosh, I'm really thirsty. I need to get water. Oh my gosh, I went over. You know what, that's fine, I don't care. I went over again. Every time it's a liquid, I swear. Okay, this bowl's way too big for how little of heavy cream I just put in here. That seems like way too little. I gotta believe in it though. I gotta trust the process. Why does that seem like so little? 230 divided by 2 is 115, yeah. All right, nuking it. So how I do it is I just microwave the cream, and then I put the chocolate in it, and then let the cream heat up the chocolate, and you let it sit there for a bit. So that's what we gonna do. He must be recording because he's not live. Oh, really? He's recording something? Oh. Huh. I thought he was gonna be streaming. Have I tried powder coloring? No, I haven't. Is that better? Like, I feel People always tell me use the gel food coloring, so that's what I bought. But yeah, powder seems to make more sense because powder seems like it makes more sense because with the food coloring, you're adding more liquid to the frosting, and then it's just super liquidy. It like don't make sense. So maybe I should try powder. What's a good powder? Is Chef Master? No, I have Chef Master. No, I have Americolor. Which one's a good powder? I think Chef Master might be a good powder one. Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, okay, plug. I'm not a YouTuber. Let's be real. I'm not a YouTuber. But in the spirit of pretending like I'm a YouTuber. Oh, hold on. Pause for this brief interruption. In the spirit of pretending I'm a YouTuber. What was 340 divided by 2 again? Dang it. I forgot. 170. Oh, this smells not good. It's like hot cream. Gross. Okay, so now I need 170 grams of milk chocolate. Isn't that weird how like ganache is literally just cream and chocolate? What did I say? 170. Oh my gosh, my brain today is not on point. My brain's like, I'm gonna take a vacay, but go on about your life. Good luck without me. Okay, I put a little bit too much chocolate. That's okay, because I put a little bit too much cream, so at least my errors are consistent. Yes, sorry, back. In the spirit of pretending like I'm a YouTuber, if you are watching and you are not subscribed, please subscribe. That's it, that's the end. That's the end of this commercial break. Also, this, like, obviously I know I'm making this today because I got an order. Those chocolate in there. But again, as always, when this becomes a video, please comment in the video what other things you want to see me make, because it worked. Remember, what's his name? Omega Who, I think, was something like Omega Who, commented that he wanted me to make dessert pizza. Guess what I did? I made an apple crumble skillet, but it was intended to be a dessert pizza. The intention was real. Okay, so basically I have hot cream and chocolate. Gosh, you can't see anything. I have hot cream and chocolate in here. So I'm just gonna let the hot cream chill on the chocolate, and then it heats it up, and then you mix it up, and you got ganache, and you call it a day. How nice, what a life. Isn't that crazy? It's just 2 simple ingredients. Wow. Did the Iron Man cake turn out? Okay, the Iron Man cake turned out, okay, it turned out not bad. I think I would have been able to do something a little better looking if it were like not at tres leches. Sorry, excuse me. So like a cake with like more structure, I probably would have been able to make it like a little cooler. But considering it was a tres leches and it was my first cake, well, it's not my first cake, so I guess that's not really an excuse. But it turned out okay. It turned out good. I think the person liked it, hopefully. I don't get any feedback. They could have hated it, I don't know. But I think it was good. It looks good. And then I realized, you guys, that it was in a different city. I thought it was here in Austin, but it was in a different city. So I had to drive to a different city, and it's a tres leches, so it melts. Like the cream does not stay stiff if it is not cold. And so I had to put like a cooler, I got a cooler and filled it with ice, and then put the cake in the cooler so that it would make it. It was like a 45-minute drive. And I was scared. I was like, if I get to this place and I open this cooler to deliver it and it's just soup, I'm gonna be so upsetty spaghetti. But it didn't. It didn't soupify. Isn't that, oh, that sounds like that Harry Potter stupefy. The sugar art has powdered coloring. Yeah, maybe I will try powdered coloring. Because this gel food coloring is not working for me, like for real. It's caused several fails, and I don't understand how people dye their frosting, because like it always makes mine too soupy. Because again, you're just adding a ton of water. I mean, liquid, so of course it's gonna make it soupier. So yeah, I don't know what magical beans. Just kidding. Jack and Beanstalk. They have. Need to get some new ones. So yeah. But what's today? Is today Monday? No, today's Tuesday. How's y'all's Tuesday? What are y'all up to this fine Tuesday day? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have muscles just from taking this back and forth. This thing's so heavy. You should get Noah to do, I like paused. You should get Noah to do a baking challenge. I know. I need to get, somehow Noah and I need to do some kind of baking thing together. Again, it's just hard because our schedules are not very aligned. And when we do have alignment, it's like you just want to sit and watch TV or something. Maybe I could make it, oh, you know what? Maybe we could do it one night and I could just record it as like a video. And I could post my first video. Wow. Okay, so now we're making chocolate frosting. And again, I'm doing half the recipe. So it said 2 cups of butter. So I'm using 1 cup of butter. And we're gonna beat this for 30 seconds. Also, look at my little paddle attachment. This one has little fins. So it like scrapes the bowl for you as it goes. Which is nice. It's nice when you have a lot in here, but right now all I have is a little bit of butter. So it's gonna be squeaky. So I apologize in advance. It's gonna sound kind of squeaky because it's gonna be, yeah, see the squeak? Medium speed. For 30 seconds, 29. I've been using this thing so much this week, I feel like it's gonna give out on me. It's not, but it feels that way sometimes. 26. Game Hunter, I'm skipping your question. If that tells you anything. I feel like I'm answering your question by not answering your question. Costco blueberry muffins? Oh, like to make blueberry muffins? I could do that. Hi, Parsa. I should make a bakery. Yeah, maybe one day. I don't know. I do not know. How long has it been? I'm gonna do 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I could start my own bakery, but that's like starting your own bakery, that's a lot. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of everything. That's a lot of allotness. That's a lot of allotness. I feel like I could do decently at like some kind of, small time bakery. I don't even know if it would qualify as a bakery. But I do have a degree in business, so I know business stuff, and then I'm getting my master's. But honestly, if I knew I wanted to start a bakery and that was it, then I would not have to be in this master's program. It's kind of hard trying to figuring out your life because it's like, oh, I want to do data analytics, and then maybe one day I want to start a bakery, in which case I didn't need that master's in data analytics. You just gotta keep going. You just gotta try things, I guess. All right, so we just got the butter. See how it's whooped? Oh, I'll show y'all. Now it's all fluffy. Whoa, it looks like spiderweb or something. So now it's all fluffies. Add in 1 cup of sifted cocoa. So half a cup. Why is it not in grams? No, I think she does give it to me in grams. Wait, actually, I think she does do grams. So half a cup of sifted cocoa. I just don't want to measure a cup. I hate cups. Okay, let's see. I think she does put it also. Yeah, she does put it in grams. So 100 grams is the full recipe, so I need to add in 50 grams. Nice. Easy money. Okay, 50 grams of cocoa powder. Oh no, I'm running out of spoons. Because I made the cakes. I actually made the cakes this morning. Which is weird. Usually because I didn't want to make it all on stream. That'd be a lot. And the cakes have to cool. So, okay, 50 grams of cocoa powder. Okay, that was literally just 6 grams. So I'm gonna need to do way more. 17, 25, 25, 36, 43. Oh, that was not enough. That literally went up 2 grams. That was probably also not enough. 50. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Of cocoa powder. Yeah, we can make blueberry muffins. You just woke up 20 minutes ago. Lobo, what time is it? ¿Qué hora es? Okay, we can do that for our Spanish phrase of the day. ¿Qué hora es? Means, what time is it? ¿Qué, what, hora, time, es, is it? ¿Qué hora es? You don't have to say it in that inflection, but that's right. ¿Qué hora es? Yay, we're so bilingual. Wow, that's crazy. Oh no, oh my gosh, a little bug just landed on this butter. Ew. Why do bugs exist? Why do little tiny bugs exist? Why can't they just mind their own business? I wish I could play music. I feel like I could play music. I feel like listening. I always listen to music or podcasts. Do y'all listen to podcasts? Is that a hipster thing to say? Do y'all listen to podcasts? I was actually listening to a podcast right before I started this. I listen to podcasts like, no one asked me, but I'm gonna answer my question. I listen to podcasts like all the time. And like before I started doing the streams, I would just listen to podcasts while I was baking. Further educate myself. If y'all listen to podcasts, what's y'all's podcast recommendations? Moose, how's Moose? He's good, he's laying on the sofa. He's literally always in the same spot on that sofa. 1 cup and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which is actually 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Moose is just asleep on the sofa. You can't even see him. Like, he's so flat against the sofa, the arm of the sofa. Wait, I learned this in my podcast today. That's so weird. Okay, tell me what you think the difference between a couch and a sofa is. Tell me what you think. What's the difference between a couch and a sofa? Mix on low until the cocoa is fully incorporated. Okay, well, I need to... Okay, difference between a couch and a sofa. Sofa is smaller, the legs. What do you mean the legs? Like one has legs and one doesn't have legs? Why does this not seem like enough frosting? It is because I'm having the recipe, so of course it is, because that recipe's for a giant cake. It just seems like not enough. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Okay, did everyone see my chocolate powder just like completely leave the bowl? That's why you have to do it on a small, what am I saying? A low turn speed. What is this called? What is this called? Stir level needs to be low. Okay, sofa is smaller, the legs, couch is smaller, the sofa is smaller. Wrong! I mean, I don't know, that could be part of it. But apparently the difference is... Whoa, Rowan! Yes, ding, ding, ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. According to the podcast, one of them has arms and one of them does not. I forgot which one, so I don't remember the detail. I can't tell you which one it was, but the difference is one of them has arms and one of them doesn't have arms. Apparently, it stems from the Victorian ages when women were passing out all the time, probably because they were wearing like tiny little corsets and they couldn't breathe, like in Pirates of the Caribbean. And so one of them, they developed like arms on them. They put arms on them so women would have something to catch themselves on. Yay. Yay for women. They're like, wait, instead of just telling you you don't have to wear a corset and you can just breathe, we'll just make some arms on these sofas so if you faint, you can just catch yourself. That's healthy. Okay, I think that's what it was. Couch equals no arms. Okay, so sofa has arms, couch does not have arms. There you go. Fun fact for your day. Learned that in my podcast I was listening to earlier. Add in 1 cup of sifted cocoa. Mix on low until the cocoa is fully incorporated and no clumps remain. Okay, now we're going to add in powdered sugar, which is the bane of my existence. I know that's a strong word, but it's accurate. I hate adding in powdered sugar. Because powdered sugar is so difficult to sift. Dang it, I don't know how you say it. So difficult to sift. Takes forever. And this is going to be 3 cups of powdered sugar. Holy cow. And then you have to alternate it with the heavy cream. All right, here we go. We're going to do it. Where's the powdered sugar? Oh, I need another bag of powdered sugar. All right. So now we sift in the powdered sugar, which is my least favorite part of anything. I quite literally dislike it. I dislike it loathe entirely. Hate, loathe entirely. Okay. So I don't want any of it to, this does not look like enough frosting. It's stressing me out. Okay, so how many grams is 6 cups of powdered sugar? Because I don't want to measure out cups. 750 grams. So 3, no. Dang it. 750 divided by 2. 375. Actually, I was thinking 375. Okay. So 375 grams of powdered sugar. Alternate it with cream. So I'm not going to put it all in right now. This thing, sift. Oh, shoot. My bad. And then, yeah, we're good. Okay, 375 grams, let's go. I thought sofas and couches were the same. I did too. Actually, I don't think I had an opinion on it. I don't think I've ever thought, like I have random thoughts, but I don't think I've ever thought what the difference between a couch and a sofa is. But I was listening to the podcast, and I'll tell you, the name of the podcast was Go Fact, F-A-C-T, Go Fact Yourself. It's kind of crude, but that's what it's called. And they like bring on celebrities, and they like ask them questions, and like the celebrities get to say like things they know, like topics they know about. They give them 3 topics they know about before the show. And then the show picks one of them to like really drill them on like specific questions. And then there's like some random questions too. But anyways, one of the questions was what was the difference between a couch and a sofa? So now we all know the difference between a couch and a sofa is the, oh wait, I already forgot. Is that one of them has arms. I already forgot which one has arms and which one doesn't. Someone put it, I think it was Charlie put it in there, but I can't remember. All right, now it's time for the reason I hate sifting powdered sugar. Okay, so this was 154 grams. So sometimes my scale cancels out. So I'm gonna subtract it from my calculator. So even if my scale zeroes out, I still know I have 221 grams of powdered sugar left. Lessons learned. Okay, this is why I hate it. Are y'all ready to see how long this takes? Are y'all ready? This is the reason I hate it. It's because this takes forever, and then this process produces electricity. Like I don't know what I'm not a physics person. But like it starts charging up. I don't know what to call it, but it starts producing like electricity, like static. And so sometimes it hits the bowl or it hits my hand and it shocks me. So that's also why I hate sifting powdered sugar. Seems like a random activity to hate, but I loathe it. Couch has no arms. Why not measuring cups? I don't like using measuring cups. One, it's like, I'm gonna sound whiny, but it's like more difficult because you have to like stick your hand and like cup it into, you have to like stick your hand in the bag and like try to get a full cup and like level it and blah, blah, blah. So that's one reason. 2, you have to like clean the cups. It sounds real petty, but then the cups are dirty and then you have to like clean the cups. And then with scales, you can just throw the ingredients straight in there from the bag. So you don't have to like take a cup and put it in there. You don't have to wash a cup. And then also, honestly, grams measure more accurately than cups do because it depends on how packed you pack the cup. So like you could get a cup of flour and I could get a cup of flour using a measuring cup And then if we like actually measure them in grams, we could have different amounts depending on like how tightly I packed my cup of flour and how tightly you did. Versus grams, it doesn't matter because it's always going to be like, it's just more accurate. Not that it really matters that much, because your bake won't taste. I think it matters for like really finicky things, like macaroons and stuff. Like those are really finicky, so you probably want your measurements to be exact. But like a cake probably doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay, this is like about 100 and something. Time up the reservations. Sorry, I just got a message and I don't know what it was saying. All right. Wait, Charlie, where are you from? Worst thing is when you're shopping and you get an electric shock when you touch the trolley. Charlie, are you from the UK? We should do another video of Noah getting roasted. Yeah, that's like that video. I remember, yeah, it had Noah's mom and his brother and sister. And it was like family reacts to hate comments or something. I was nervous for that video. I was like, what if people say really mean things? Because people do say mean things, man. 1 cup at a time. This buttercream's taking me longer than I realized it would take me. I need to go faster because I still have to put the cake. Like I have to put it on the cake. Let's go. I gotta speed it up. Okay. Halfway through adding the powdered sugar, pour in 1/2 cup of heavy cream. For me, that would be 1/4 cup. So that I actually will just use a 1/4 cup. Versus liquids are easier because one, you can just pour the liquid in a lot simpler, and then it's a liquid, so it'll be the same amount because you're not packing it or not packing it. Okay, now we have 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Dude, this is rich chocolate. They said they wanted like a really, really rich chocolate cake. They are definitely getting a really, really rich chocolate cake. Okay, you guys, oh my gosh, please, remind me to put pecans in this. Y'all's goal, y'all's mission, whether you choose to accept it or not, is to remind me to put pecans in this frosting. Because I already forgot to put pecans in the cake batter, and it's supposed to be a pecan chocolate cake. So if I don't put pecans in the frosting, and I don't put pecans in the filling, it's literally not a pecan chocolate cake. So remind me, if I start putting this on the cake as is, you better spam pecans in the chat and be like, put some freaking pecans in the frosting. I will be so mad at myself. I will be infuriated because I was already kind of mad at myself for forgetting to put it in the cake. I was like, dang it. I was even thinking like, oh, maybe I can stick raw pecans in the cake, like use a skewer and just stick random ones in there. But then I don't want the cake to like fall apart and crumbly or whatever. But yeah, it was supposed to have pecans. You remember the video? Oh yeah, the hate. Yeah, measuring grams are more accurate than using cups. It's more accurate. Because shoot, that's not the way I wanted to go. Because grams will always be grams. It's not going to change. Versus a cup depends on how tightly you pack it. What's the next step? Oh yeah, I need to do more of this. It smells so good. Let me scrape this off so I make sure. Yeah, that hate comment video. I should go back and rewatch that video. I think a lot of it was just about his hair. I think he did add like a few like really bad. Well, I think there's only a few like actually really bad comments because I think he was like trying to take it easy for his mom's sake, not put anything that was actually really mean. People be brave behind a keyboard though. That's a fact. All right, so now I have 200 and something grams of powdered sugar more to do, which I have to open up my new powdered sugar bag. How many more? It needs my face. Okay, 221 grams. I need scissors. Oh, I can say scissors in Spanish. Tarjetas? Where are they? Oh no! Wait, what? Where are the scissors? What's the matter with these scissors? The thread won't cut? No, for real. I don't know where they're at. Okay, I'm gonna use a knife. Oh wait, I found them. They were by the knives. That was weird. Wait, do y'all know what that quote is from? What's the matter with these scissors? The thread won't cut. Virtual high five to the first person who can say what movie that's from. The scissors one. Okay, 221 grams. Okay, that was too much. And I actually do care. Woo! Okay. I actually do care that that's too much because it'll change the consistency of the frosting. All right. Okay, I gotta go. Her keyboard warriors. Katie M is the real MVP. It's Hercules. It's Hercules. When they're trying to kill the person, and it's like they're trying to kill Hercules. It's not a spoiler because this movie's been out since the freaking 90s. But they're trying to kill Hercules. No, they're trying to kill Meg. No, they're trying to kill Hercules. And they have his little strand of life, his soul, and they're about to cut, and he's about to die. But because he was sacrificing himself to save Meg, he became a true hero, aka a demigod. And then his little hair became gold, and then they couldn't cut it because he's a god, and so you can't kill a god, apparently. So that's when they're like, what's the matter with these scissors? And the scissors look all janky, too. They're like all rugged and stuff. Okay, I think I'm getting better at this because this used to take me like forever to do, but that actually didn't take me that long. That's really weird. Usually I hate this. That's why it was the bane of my existence. Alright. Gucci. Throw this back in here. Oh shoot. I scraped the sides of it. My kitchen is a mess right now. It's so like claustrophobic. Okay, this is gonna poof up a lot. Okay, there we go. Remember the pecans. Oh, thank you. What was your favorite vacation? Oh. Honestly, the first thing that came to my head was Universal Studios. Have y'all ever been to Universal Studios? In Florida? The Florida one. The Florida one, not the LA one. I went to the LA one. It was not great. The Florida one. One time my sisters and I went to Universal Studios and we stayed at the hotel that's on the grounds, I guess, not campus, grounds. Oh my gosh, I need to go faster. I still have to put the whole cake together. Oh my gosh. Okay. Next time I do this, I'm gonna have the cakes ready and the buttercream ready already. And then the whole thing will actually just be putting it together because this stuff takes a while and then I'm talking and I'm not a sick guy yet. We were at Universal Studios and we were staying at the hotel and it was really nice because, well, it's dangerous, but your hotel key acted as a credit card for the entire park. So you would just like use your hotel key and then at the end of your trip, the hotel would be like, you owe $5 million. So you're just like on the crowns, you're like, oh, chicken tenders, charge it to my card. And like you had no concept of the money you were spending. And then, yeah, at the end, they're like, here's this giant bill. But then it also acted as a flash pass. So you could also use your hotel key card to cut in front of lines, which is great because the lines are so long, you'll be there all day spending most of your time in the line. So that was really fun, doing all the like roller coasters and stuff with my sisters for like a weekend. That was really fun. And like the hotel had a pool and stuff. Once all the powdered sugar is incorporated, mix in 1 1/3 cup of cooled melted chocolate chips. Girl, if they had to be cooled, why didn't you tell me to do that while this was happening? Why wouldn't I have done that first? I tell you. Okay, so all that's left is 232 grams divided by 2 of melted chocolate. She used dark chocolate, but I don't like dark chocolate. Do people like dark chocolate? I do not like it. So I'm using milk chocolate or semi-sweet. Okay, so now I need to melt 160 grams of chocolate chips. Which I'm going to do in a microwave. You can do it on the stove, but again, I just don't want to. That's just a lot. Also, I'd have to go over there, but you can do it on the stove. If you're gonna melt chocolate on a stove, you would put a pot and fill it with water, and not a lot of water, just like a little bit, and then boil it. And then you would get like a glass bowl and put it on top of the pot, but make sure that the pot's not touching the water. I mean, the bowl isn't touching the water in the pot. And then you'd put the chocolate in the glass bowl. So like the steam from the boiling water is what's heating up the bowl, and then that's what melts your chocolate. It's a good way, it's a good idea to do it that way because chocolate can burn, and it like heats it just the right amount. But also, if you're melting chocolate, do not get any water in it. Chocolate seizes. Like the second you get any water in it, or like, so make sure you're using a bowl that is completely dry. But yeah, anytime, the second you get water in it, the chocolate will seize, and it'll go from being like, oh shoot, I just dropped chocolate. It'll go from being like that silky melted chocolate to like hard. It hardens. I don't know why. I don't know the science behind that, but water will harden it. So, oh, I'm sorry guys. I really should have had this buttercream made first. Next time I'll have the buttercream made first. Because yeah, this is time consuming. Okay, about this. Another thing to do when you're melting chocolate or like candy melt or something is to melt it in bursts. So like don't stick it in there for like a really long time at a time. Like one giant long thing at a time. Like do little bursts and then mix it and then put it back in and mix it and then put it back in and mix it. Okay, now I'm mixing my ganache together. Hercules is literally a year older than you. Okay, so I'm doing those for 30-second intervals. Yeah, Hercules, Hercules was the first movie I ever saw in theaters, like in my whole life. Not according to my sisters. I don't remember it, but they told me that, so I'm gonna believe them. Tell us the story of how you met Noah. Do most of y'all know how I met Noah? Should I save that for a Q&A? Just kidding. I feel like we've said that in Q&As before. Oh, y'all should go watch, there's a video of Noah and I before we were married. So, like, how many, like 3 years ago? From 3 years ago? Holy crap. Oh, just burnt my hand. No big deal. That bowl was hot. Holy cow. Noah and I, I just did it again. Okay. Yeah, no, there's a video of Noah and I talking about how we met. And it was like Q&A with my fiance or something. We posted it while we were on our honeymoon. I'll give you the SparkNote version. Do people still use SparkNotes? Is that still a thing? Holy cow. This bowl is hot. Do people still use SparkNotes? We met in college. My roommate was friends with his girlfriend at the time, so that's how we met. And then we later became friends. And then we were both single and started dating. We went to the X Games. Okay, so now I have to wait for this to cool, which is a bummer because I wish they had mentioned that before. Because it could have been cooling this whole time. But that's fine. But if you want like the whole detailed story, you can, I think it was Q&A with my fiance on Noah's channel. And I think I like talked about the whole thing in detail. So if you're interested. Okay, so waiting for this to cool. I think while that's waiting to... Bro, that's going to take a long time to cool. That bowl is hot. Holy cow. Okay, and then my ganache, my cream was actually not hot enough. So I am going to stick this back in the microwave. That's what I get for going rogue. I was like, I'm going to do it my own way, and I didn't heat enough. All right. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, the Hard Rock. Oh, you stayed at the Hard Rock? That's pretty cool. Bye, Lobo. It'll be 5 years before I actually get this cake put together. I'm still making the frosting. The good news is, once you get the frosting and the ganache ready, it's pretty much go and stack. And then just, it won't be, I don't think it'll take too long. Maybe to finish the complete cake, but like to get the base on there. The trick is to get all the chocolate melted so there's no lumps. One of these ingredients you're gonna forget to have. I know, I'm always nervous that's gonna happen. I think I've gotten it though. I think I've halved it pretty well so far. Okay, so there you go. So this is the ganache. This is literally just heavy cream and melted chocolate chips. So it's this like nice, I don't know what to call it. Like smooth melted chocolate concoction cream thingy. What am I watching out for? Which movie is better, Inception or Interstellar? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bro, unpopular opinion. I mean, Inception. Inception is better. To me, that's like super easy. I think Noah's favorite movie is Interstellar. And I'm not saying it's not a good movie. I'm not saying Matthew McConaughey wasn't really good. And honestly, they casted the girl in the older version of her like perfectly. Like I 100% believed that that was her when she was little and that was her growing up. Like they look like the same person. So great casting there and cool concept, blah, 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 blah. But I don't think I could ever watch that movie again. I really don't think I could. It's interesting in concept and stuff, but it's so long and it's kind of stressful and like I don't even know if I fully understand what happened in it. So yeah, definitely Inception. Inception was cooler. Okay, I'm gonna add this chocolate in. Hopefully it doesn't melt the butter. Hopefully it does not melt the butter, because that would be bad. There like needs to be a better way to like put stuff in these. Dude, this is like a super, super chocolate cake. Like, this cake could easily be one of those cakes that people are like, that's too much chocolate. Like, I could get behind people thinking that's too much chocolate. I mean, it's really good. Like, I like it, but I could understand why people would be like, bro, death by chocolate. I just need this to be easier to put in. I haven't yet figured this out. I hate that like when you put things in bowls, you can never get the full amount back out, you know what I mean? Like it's always gonna stick to the container. So you're always like technically wasting whatever you can't get out. And it's like kind of impossible to get it all out. I think MIT made a ketchup bottle. So you know like in ketchup, you would never actually eat all the ketchup because it's impossible to get it out of the, oh gosh, that sound. I can't handle that sound. Because it's like impossible to get all the ketchup out of the bottle. MIT had a team and they like invented a new plastic that if the ketchup, like anything in the bottle just like slips out. Like it's non-stick plastic basically. So you could like actually completely empty out like the plastic bottle. Oh, I stepped on a chocolate chip. chocolate chip. All right, so the frosting's just about done. I just have to mix this up together. I got some extra powdered sugar on the sides, so I am going to scrape that so that it gets mixed well with the other things. Wait, what am I watching out for? Wait, Parsa, what am I watching out for? That freaks me out. I just see a message that says, watch out, Martina. Like, what am I watching out for? What should I be afraid of? What should I add to my list of things to be afraid of and paranoid about? You need thank you! I need to add pecans. I swear, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to add pecans. Add pecans. Add pecans. Doesn't add pecans. No, I will. I just want to mix it fully first. No, this made a lot of frosting. We're good. I was nervous for a second. This looks so good. It smells like pure chocolate. Am I doing this as a partial side job? Yeah, yes and no. I think more of a hobby. I don't think it'd really be a job. Like, I don't make any money off of these streams. And then, most of the time, like, the cakes I'm making are for my bachelor watch party. So I don't charge them for that. It's like, here's some dessert. This one I am charging for because it's like an order. Someone asked me to make it for a birthday. So I'm charging for it, but I'm not charging like I'm charging way less than what a bakery would charge. Like, so I am like charging more than the cost, but I don't like include my cost of labor or my time in the cost. Like, I just include the cost of ingredients. But normally you would say like, okay, like if I'm paying myself $10 an hour, like how long it took me to actually make the cake and stuff, you would include that. I just don't do it. So it's not really a job. It's more of a hobby. Okay, add pecans. Okay, so I got, are these still good? Do pecans expire? I feel like everything expires. Okay, those are expired, so I'm not using those. These are good. Okay, so I'm gonna add in these chopped pecans. I feel like I need to chop them up more though, because they look really big. It's gonna be hard to like get them smooth on the cake if they're this big, or maybe it doesn't matter. Also, how much should I add? How much, how many pecans, how much of pecans should I add? Like a half a cup? The cake's like a 2-layer 6-inch cake. So it's not that big. It's like gonna be 4 inches tall and like this, it's not that big. Like it's like 8 to 10 servings. But so it's more, you can feed more people with it than you think you can, but it's not that big of a cake. Add to the size of the cake instead of in the frosting. Yeah, I think I just wanted it to be like in the frosting. Also, I want it to go. Here's what we'll do. Okay, I have an idea. Instead of making a decision now, as we all know I suck at making decisions, I'm going to leave the frosting normal, fill it, and then do my crumb coat, because I want my crumb coat to be nice and smooth without the pecans. Then, when we're actually doing the outer coat of icing, I will add pecans and we'll take it from there. Procrastinate my decision making. I'm so good at that. I'm good. I'm good at deciding how to procrastinate making an actual decision. Okay, so there's still a lot of powdered sugar on my paddle attachment here. So this is what the frosting looks like. It's really good. It's really, really good. I mean, I haven't tasted it yet, but I made this cake for New Year's. If you kind of want to see what the cake's gonna look like, I did post it. It's my New Year's post. I made a cake that was really, it's the same recipe without pecans, and then it was 3 layers, so this one will be 2/3 of that, but Gucci, unplug this, move it over. Let's get to stacking. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, it's closed. What if this fell? I was so. I would just given up. I would have quit right there if that fell. I would have cried. I'm your biggest fan. I follow you until you let me. Papa, paparazzi. The screams were for oh, y'all know what the reaction. You know what he was doing. Dang, like a little spoiler alert. He's really loud. I can hear his thoughts from here. Okay. Now I need my turntable. I need a 8-inch skateboard. Okay, so I got cake boards, I need my turntable, and I need this little mesh. Okay. This is the next thing I need to like invest in. So when I first started baking, I got this like cheap little like bundle set on Amazon. So it came with this turntable, which works like well for now, but it's really like just cheap plastic and it's not very smooth. So I think one day I'll invest in like a nicer one, so when I'm making the cakes it'll be a lot like smoother and cooler and whatever. Okay, 8-inch cake board, let go. Just casually dips finger in frosting. I know, I have to like consciously think, like when it's a cake for someone else, like it's not for me, or dessert for someone else, I have to like make a conscious effort to not like touch it and like lick my fingers or anything. I have to be like, okay, no. Like the chocolate, I wanted to touch it and see if it was room temperature, but I didn't want to touch it, so I just YOLO'd. And I was like, hopefully it won't melt my butter in my buttercream. 8-inch cake board, boom. Okay, this is the fun and stressful part. This cake is for a friend, ordered it for a birthday. So, it is there. Okay, so I bought these little shelf thingies, these like shelf grippers, because before, like when I put my cardboard on here and I try to ice my cake, the cardboard would just slip around, which was kind of pointless. So I got these little shelf grippers, which help it, like it still kind of moves. It still kind of moves, but it's not nearly as much as like that. So got that, because I used to put frosting down and then put this, but then you get frosting on your cake stand and then you have frosting on the bottom of your cake board, which doesn't really like, that don't really add up. So not doing that. Okay, adding pecans in between the layers, adding ganache in between the layers. Okay, we're good. I need, no, my offset spatula is dirty. No. Okay, my offset spatula is dirty, so I need to wash that real fast. What did I do with it? I need to get double of these things because I bake so often that odds are what I just used is dirty. I used it for the tres leches. Cause you know that baby, I'm your biggest fan. Hop on you until. Okay, you know what? We don't need it. We need it, but we don't need it because I don't know where it is. So it'll be fine. All right. So let's do this. Okay, y'all, look at this frosting. It's so good. Yeah, my dishes are never ending for real. Okay, so then you take some of your delicious frosting. It seems like a waste. And I'm gonna put it down on my cake board. Now we're actually to the video. It took an hour to get here. Again, next time I'll have all the ingredients ready so that I don't have to keep making it. So I just spread some of the frosting on the cake board so that if my cake has something to stick to. All right. So here are my 2 cakes, and I usually flip them over on a cutting board. So here's the moment of truth, is them coming out of the pan, which usually, oh, I should have done that. I guess I still can. I usually like take my little spatula. You can't see. Okay, I take my little spatula and I go around the cake to try to just kind of get the cake separate from the pan. Sorry, that's not a good, I know Moosey, it's not a good sound. Moose is like, what the heck is going on over there? All right. Oh, I should scrape that. I don't want crumbs in my frosting. All right. Now I flip them out onto this board and I hope for the best. I hope for the best. Okay, ready? Got them! I greased the crap out of these. I don't use parchment paper. People use parchment paper, but they grease the pan and they put parchment paper on top. And I'm kind of like, the whole point of the grease is so you don't have to use parchment paper. So it's weird when they use both. I find it odd. I find it a little wasteful, I'm gonna be real. So I try not to. So here is my first layer. Yay! I'm not gonna take this one out yet because they tend to stick to the cutting board if I leave them on there, and I'm not ready for this one. All right, now it's time to put it together. Are y'all ready? Have y'all ever seen a cake made like this before? In complete and utter disorganization? Or no? Have y'all seen this? Okay. So now, usually, okay, here's the other fun thing. Sometimes if your cake is not level, you have to like level it, you carve it with a knife so that you have like nice flat layers. But my cakes have been baking kind of flat. I don't know how that's happening. Like they're not like flat when I make them. Like, I'm sorry, they're not flat when I take them out of the oven, but like I let them rest for a while and then they flatten out. Gravity. Thanks, gravity. Gracias, gravity. This buttercream's it feels a little thick. I might have to add some more, it's fine for the filling, but I might have to add some more cream to it for the outer, when I do the outside of the cake, because it feels, okay, so normally I would be using an offset spatula for this, which is this, but like cranked. Actually in the UK they call it a cranked spatula. But again, I don't know where it is. I actually don't know where it is. I'm surprised it's not in the sink. So we are doing this instead. Okay, Gerson, I'll tell Noah hi. I'll try to remember. Okay. Okay, so here's the other thing. I never know how much to put in the filling layer, because I always feel like you want a lot, but then sometimes I put too much and I run out of frosting for the outside of the cake. So that definitely does happen. I have to remember I'm also putting ganache on here. I haven't done this in a while, so if this turns out a little rough, forgive me. This takes a lot of practice on this. Not this part. This part doesn't take a lot of practice. It's the outside part that takes a lot of practice, to be honest. See, that still doesn't seem like enough. Like that seems like barely anything, but then I feel like I'm not gonna have enough frosting for my the outside of the cake. Conflicted, an outrage, disgrace, for shame. Has anyone seen Lion King 2? Was that movie like basically non-existent, or has everyone seen Lion King 2? He was in trouble the moment he came. Deception and outrage, disgrace, for shame. Dude, these cake layers, okay, I might have put too much batter. I probably put a little bit too much batter in the cake. The cake layers. I was supposed to make cupcakes with their remaining batter, but I got lazy and I just used all the batter, so they're kind of taller than what they normally would be. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm scared I'm going to run out of frosting on the outside of my cake, and it takes a lot of frosting to get it right as I add more. Okay, this is actually the last bit. Oh my gosh. I have no self-control. I have no self-control. All right. You didn't know there was a Lion King 2? What's it called? It's really weird. I think it's also based off like another Shakespeare. You know how they say that Lion King is what is it, like Hamlet or something? I think the second one is weird because it's Scar's son falling in love with Simba's daughter, but wait, yeah, that's even weirder now that I'm saying it out loud. That's even weirder. I was thinking they were cousins, but doesn't that make them like uncle and niece? Isn't it? It's Scar's son and Simba's daughter fall in love. Wait, that's weird. I knew it was weird, but I don't think I realized it was that weird. Like now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, that's really weird. But anyways, they fall in love, but Simba's like, they suck. Why are you with them? Because what's his name? Kovu? His name's Kovu, and he's like bad because he's with Scar's like dark pride. They're like supposedly evil because Scar was evil. And then their love bridges the two gaps of lion prides. Who would have thought? It's crazy. Okay, remind me. Oh shoot. I'm gonna get chocolate on me, I just know it. Okay, again, your mission is to remind me to put pecans in the layer, in the filling, because I'm supposed to put pecans on top of this before I put the next layer on. And then this is okay. If it seeps out to the side, it's not a big deal because I'm making a crumb coat. It's definitely going to seep out to the side. We're going to do a crumb coat. Does anyone know what a crumb coat is? Should I cold call on people in my class? Does anyone know what a crumb coat is? Bro, this cake is literally like crazy chocolate. This is crazy chocolate world right here. Okay, pecans, 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 pecans. No, they asked for a chocolate pecan cake. I'm giving them they said the richest chocolate cake with pecans. That's what they ordered. So that's what I'm giving them. I do as I'm told. It's like, it is a lot of chocolate, but it's really not like I literally ate it for New Year's. I ate so many pieces of this. So while it is a lot of chocolate, it's not too much. Just leave a big old glass of cold milk. Cold milk. Dang, I really wish I had remembered to put pecans in the cake batter. That really bothers me. Because then I wouldn't, like, I think the reason I really want to somehow get pecans in the frosting on the outsides is because I didn't put pecans in the cake batter. But if I had just put pecans in the cake batter, I wouldn't have to worry about it. Using the crumbs of the cake. Oh, crumb coat. Yeah. No, but close. So a crumb coat is, and y'all will see me do one here in a second. A crumb coat is you put a thin layer of frosting around your cake and then you chill it so that it traps all the crumbs. Like, have you ever tried to ice a cake and as you're icing it, the crumbs come off? Like, they come off the cake into the frosting and then you can see crumbs in your frosting. It's not as big a deal with chocolate frosting, with chocolate cake, because it's chocolate, it's harder to see. But like, if you had chocolate cake and you were frosting it with white frosting, you would get a bunch of little chocolate specks in your frosting. So what you do is, I'm adding a lot of pecans, so I'm hoping this compensates. That's what I'm trying to do here. I think Noah's about to start streaming. I can hear him moving, and I've like memorized his movements. I think he's about to start streaming. That's so creepy. I can like hear him, and I'm like, yeah, that's the movement he makes when he's about to stream. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the crumb coat, you do a coat first. That way, when you go back after it's chilled and you add in your final frosting, there's no crumbs that show through it because they're all trapped in the crumb coat. I'm gonna do one, so I will show you guys. Okay, I think that's good. I might be overdoing it. It's fine. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of ganache on top just to kind of like help it stick to the, because I'm about to put a cake layer on top and I don't want the crumb, like if the cake layer is sitting on these dry pecans, I don't want it to, like you need something wet for the cake layer to stick to, and if it's all dry, it might move around when I'm trying to frost the outside. Also, I have extra ganache, so I might as well put it on here. Also, ganache is easy to make, so I can't really waste it, because if I need more, I can just make more really fast. Unlike the frosting is not as easy to like make more really fast. There's no science to this. I'm kind of YOLOing this at this point. I'm sure other people make their cakes like the filling's probably a lot prettier, but as long as the cake layer sticks, we Gucci. I'm gonna put some more over here, 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 over here. Anyways, there's a song in Lion King 2 where all the animals are mad at Kovu and they like sing Deception, Disgrace, and it's a bop. It's a bop. It's not the original Lion King, but still a bop. This looks so weird from here. It looks nicer from on front than it does to the side. Okay, next cake layer. So now I'm gonna put this other cake layer on top, right? I have everything. I got chocolate frosting, I got chocolate ganache, and I got pecans. So we're good on the filling. So now I'm gonna put this cake layer on top. So then the next thing is, obviously the bottom of the cake is flatter than, well, it's like 100% flat, and then definitely flatter than the top because it's sitting on there. So whatever your top cake layer is, you want to put it on upside down because then the flattest part will be on the top. So take this out. Easy money. That's like the scariest thing. If your cake doesn't come out, that's terrifying. Okay. So, man, these cake layers baked pretty flat. Okay, some of the, oh, that was dumb. That was dumb. I shouldn't have put the pecans so far on the edge because now they're gonna seep out. Learning lesson. I haven't made too many of these cakes, so learning every single time. Unfortunately, sometimes it's learning the hard way. Okay, so like this is how big the cake's gonna be. Like, this is how big the cake is. It's weird because this is like actually like 8 to 10 servings. It's just, it like seems small, but it actually feeds a lot because it's so tall. Especially this one is going to be thinner layers because of how rich it is. All right, so this is a cake scraper, or I call it a cake scraper or bench scraper. I think it's because it usually, I feel like this is like from construction, like you would use this to slab on some stuff and then they like brought it over into the cake world. So what I'm gonna do is clean off the sides because I need to get whatever these excess pecans are out of the way. I shouldn't have put them so close to the edge. Lesson learned, but it's fine. I will put them in the, actually, where will I put these? I'm gonna put them on this plate. Come on off, extra pecans. Why did I forget to put the pecans in the freaking cake batter? That's gonna haunt me forever. That's so annoying. I'm so mad at myself for forgetting. Okay. All right. So that's pretty good for right now. So there are some gaps in the, I need something. Okay, so there are some gaps in between a little bit, but we're gonna fill it in with the frosting, which I might need to add cream to because I just feel like this is too thick. Ugh, it's too thick. It's not gonna be easy to like wrap around the cake. So I'm gonna add a little bit of cream, but not too much. Because adding too much cream will make it too liquidy and then you have the other problem. And I've already done that before with my Pop-Tarts. So let's not try that again. So let me take this out because this is not mixable. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of cream. Like honestly, I'm just gonna fill this cap. No cap, LOL. Because I do not want to overdo it. Do not want to overdo it with the cream. Okay, the more I think about it, the more I don't want to put pecans in the frosting because I feel like they're not chopped up enough. I could chop them more, but I don't know if I want to. And I don't know, it won't give me that like, I don't know if I'll be able to get that really smooth finish. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so now let me mix in this cream because I think it's just a little too stiff. It almost feels like a ganache itself. Bro, I just don't feel like I have enough frosting to cover this cake. I think I'm not good at seeing with my eyeballs. Okay, let me talk to you off a little bit. My bad, my B. Bro, I have this freckle on my face and I just don't remember ever having a freckle there. Is it chocolate? I feel like, I mean, I don't look at myself all day, but I feel like when I have looked at myself, there has not been a freckle there. Just a thought. Okay, this cream was perfect. I definitely needed it, and it's looking pretty sweet. Oh, I'm getting messages. I might have to reply to those in a second. What time do I have class? Oh, I have class at 5:30. Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, there's a Lion King 1.5 too. Yeah, it's definitely a chocolate lover's cake. Where can we place an order? Okay, so you can't really place an order because I'm not in business yet. This is like a friend I know who asked me and like they said they would pay me for it, so I'm doing it. But I'm not like taking orders really right now because I am in school and this is time consuming. But once I graduate and have a job, once I graduate and have a job and I'm kind of settled in the job to get a rhythm of it, then I might make it maybe I'll take orders. But you'd have to be in Austin because, or I could do like cookies. I could mail you stuff, but they'd have to be like cookies or something, like something easily mailable. Like I couldn't mail a cake or a pie or something. I could mail like cookies and brownies. Oh my gosh. Bro, that was a workout. All right. So what's the plan with the pecans? I'm so mad. This would have been perfect if I had just put the pecans in the cake and I forgot. So I gotta get over that because that's not gonna change. Should I try and put pecans in? Oh, I don't have to figure that out yet. Right, I'm doing the crumb coat. I don't have to figure that out yet. Postpone that for another time after this is chilled. Okay, so now we're going to do the crumb coat. So you do like very, very, very little frost. I mean, not very little, but like you don't need a whole lot of frosting because you're gonna basically scrape it all off. The goal is to get all the crumbs locked in to the cake and fill it in. Okay, I'm gonna need to get, okay, no, it's fine. Oh, I probably could have added a little bit more cream still. This is gonna look uglier before it gets prettier, so trust me. You have to be patient with it. You're gonna be like, what the heck? That looks terrible. And I'll be like, yeah, I know it does. I do need to fill in the inside layer a little bit. And I'm not a pro by any means, so this is still kind of challenging for me, but I'm getting better at it. The goal is to get better. The goal is improvement, not perfection. Wow, that's deep. I can still see it, right? Okay. So then people do like a really good job at getting really crisp layer, like edges. I haven't figured that out yet to get really nice. There's a pecan right there. Dang it. I shouldn't have put the pecans next to the edge. Lesson learned, don't put, if you're putting filling, don't put it so close to the edge like I did. Store that away for the next time I make a cake with like nuts in it. And then the cake board gets dirty, but you can just wipe it away later. That's a problem for future Martina, not present Martina. Okay, just about there. I always put more. You're really not even supposed to put this much frosting on your crumb coat. I always put more because it takes me a bit to get it like smooth and stuff, but and then you have to be careful with this because now this has a bunch of crumbs on it. So if you go and like keep sticking it in here just in the middle, you're gonna get crumbs to the frosting that you're supposed to put on the outer layer that doesn't have crumbs. That's not supposed to have crumbs. It's a little bit more forgiving because this is chocolate cake and it's chocolate frosting, so it's not as like obvious of a contrast. So that's nice. So I'm trying to like, if I stick it back in here, I'm trying to stick it like on one side and not in the middle. So it's like against the edge and it's not in the middle of the frosting. Also, I've learned, like, I would watch like professionals do this and they would do it so quickly and like in their videos, and I've learned that like their videos are edited clearly, like they go faster in the videos than they actually do in real life. So that's like a good realization to have, because I would feel really discouraged. I'd be like, wow, they do it so fast, it takes me so long, but their videos are sped up. All right. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, it's the crumb coat. So it's gonna go underneath your real final layer. And then if you had a palette knife, you could use a palette knife. I mean, your offset spatula, but mine is MIA. So let me use this again. All right. Then you like kind of make a lip, and then you want to like pull in. I haven't quite figured this out that well yet. The lip. Or you can chill it and let it turn off itself. Sorry, that didn't make sense. I'm half, right now I'm kind of like in a zone. So I'm like half talking to y'all, but actually kind of just half talking to myself. Stop messing with it. Okay, so here's how it looks. This is just the crumb coat. Not bad. Not bad. I'm gonna freeze it. No, I should, no. No, leave it. Gosh, what's wrong with me? Okay, so this is it, crumb coat. Now I'm gonna put it in the freezer for a little bit so this can like firm and harden, and then I'll go and put the final coat on top. So here we go. Okay, so what can I do in the meantime? I'll talk to y'all. Any questions? How was that? How did that go? How are we feeling? Okay, how was that? Let me know who's still here. Who's still here? Where are my party people at? That was really serious. That was really serious for a bit there. I was like, I can't talk at the same time. I have to really focus. Yeah, thanks. It looks good. Yeah, practice definitely makes perfect. It's taking a lot of practice to do it. What time did I start the stream? 2:30, so we're going on an hour and a half. Okay. I might do what's up, Shadow Man? I think I'm gonna do the outer layer of the cake too, just the outside frosting, and then I might have to end it early. I feel bad. Next time I'll have all the ingredients ready, and then I can just like put it all together and like actually finish the cake. It takes a long time to finish a cake, to decorate it and put it all together and like have it look nice. So I think what I'm gonna do is get the final coat on it, and then I'll probably finish the rest of the cake off stream, and then I'll post it to my Instagram once it's finished. The Iron Man cake turned out okay. Yeah, it turned out good. I will post that probably in a few days, because I just posted the apple crumble skillet today, so I will definitely post the next one, the Iron Man one, in a bit. So yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more cream to this because I still think it could be smoother, because I'm about to do the outside. Oh shoot. Okay. But not too much. Instagram is treatsbytina_ATX. So if you want to check it out, where's mine? It's also in the description of this stream. I think you can see the descriptions of the stream. I don't really know how that works, but it's in the description also if you want to check out my Instagram. Okay, now I'm just gonna add a little bit more cream because I still feel like it was kind of stiff. And like, it wasn't that big of a deal because it was going on the crumb coat, but now that I'm gonna do the final coat, I really want it to like, be smooth, so I can get like a nice smooth finish on the cake. Gosh, this does not look like a lot of frosting left, but I'm hoping it's enough. It doesn't look like a whole lot. But yeah, now it's like this silky, chocolatey goodness. Silky chocolatey goodness. Yee. Okay, what time did I put the cake in there? Probably like 4 minutes ago. I think it probably only needs to really be in there for like 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna set a timer for 5 minutes. All right, start and check out a text. Brief intermission. Oh, they're talking about something different. Sorry, I zoned out. Hey, that's Spartan Guy. The cake is coming along. I have the crumb coat and it is in the freezer. So here's my plan. Here's my like image for this cake. Okay. Again, I don't know if I want to put pecans in the frosting still. I'm not sure. So I got the chocolate cake. So it's gonna, y'all saw it, and then it's gonna have chocolate frosting on the outside. And then I'm gonna do a ganache drip. So have you seen drip cakes where they have like stuff is dripping from the top of the cake? So I'm gonna put ganache on the top of the cake, have it drip down. Then I'm gonna put chocolate frosting in a piping bag, and I'm gonna pipe little, I don't know what you call them. I don't know, swirlies? Pipe some swirlies around the top of the cake. And on each one of those swirlies, I'm gonna put a half of a pecan. And then in white chocolate on top, I'm going to write happy birthday. I decided to do white chocolate in the words in white chocolate because the whole cake's gonna be really like dark brown. So then the white happy birthday will like pop. But then it still kind of makes sense because like it's white and brown. So that's the plan. That is the plan. That takes a long time to do. All of that takes a while to do, especially because I'm still like learning and I'm not like the fastest at it. So I probably won't be able to do it all on stream, but y'all will be able to see the finished product on Instagram. What cake are you making next? I actually don't have a plan for what I'm baking next. So when this becomes a video, feel free to comment on it, anything you want me to make. I know someone said Costco blueberry muffins. Comment on anything you want me to make, and if there's a comment already of something you want me to make, then like the comment, because I don't have a plan. The next thing I will make, I have no clue. I have no idea. I'll have to like scour through my Instagram of saved recipes and stuff. So, for show. Found your Instagram, I subscribed. Thanks! Thanks. You the best. Macaroons. Oh no, no macaroon. Macaron. Bro, I've made how do you say it? We say it macaroons, but they're macarons, if you're like saying them correctly. I've made macarons twice. Actually, they're both on my Instagram. I made purple, like normal shaped circle ones, and I actually made some like really complicated ones that were like an ice cream cone and a popsicle stick. And here, actually, I'll show you. What was it? What was the other item? It was... Oh, donuts. So if you go to my Instagram, I made these. Can you see them? They're like not really focused. But these are macarons. So it's donuts, ice cream cone, and like a popsicle thing. So those are macarons. And then I made purple ones. They turned out okay, but not great. My shells weren't like actually super soft. They weren't hollow, but like they were a little hollow just at the top. They weren't completely hollow. But macarons are hard to make. Like mine visually look like they came out, but then they don't have that soft chewy center. So I've never successfully made macarons where they like all soft and chewy on the inside. And they're hard to make. It's a lot, they call it the macronage. Like it's very particular, it's very picky. So maybe comment, put the comment in the, when this becomes a video, put it in the comments, and if you want to see me make macarons and like freak out because they're so difficult to make, like that comment. Can we suggest something that's not baking, such as a simple vegetarian meal? You can suggest it. I won't. Vegetarian's even harder. I'm not the best cook. I'm really not the best cook. Baking is still relatively new, and I like it a lot more. Cooking, I liked it for a while. The only problem with cooking is like I'm not very good at cooking meat all the way through. Like I've had issues where I've made like chicken breasts and they weren't cooked all the way through. But like red meats are a little easier because they don't have to be like, you can have things not, completely charred. But you can recommend it. Vegetarian's even harder. I was vegetarian. I've been vegetarian twice in my life. One was in high school and I lasted like 3 months, I think. And then one was like last year. I didn't last as long being vegetarian because the issue with being vegetarian, whereas it's awesome for the environment and for the animals and like, why do I feel like there's a third reason? Isn't there a third reason people are vegetarian? Animals, the environment. I keep wanting to say carbon footprint, but that's basically the environment. I thought there was a third reason. I can't think of it. But like, while I'm definitely pro-vegetarian, like I think it's awesome and I think it's important, the problem with it is that, like, in order for me to be vegetarian, I have to eat a lot of carbs. So like, I could get pasta with no meat all day and eat that, but it's really bad for my health. I haven't figured out like a healthy way to be vegetarian because I like really can't eat a lot of carbs. It's really, really bad for my blood. So I need like a way that you can be vegetarian with low carbs that you're not really hungry. Because that's my other thing. You can have a meal that's low carbs and no meat, but then I feel like I'm just gonna get really hungry throughout the day, and then I'll just end up eating like chips or like something in the pantry because I'm hungry. So that's the hard part about being vegetarian. So I had to stop because my blood wasn't doing well because I was just eating so many carbs. All right, here we go. Okay, so this just came out of the freezer. Oh, the freezer is so away. Okay, so this just came out of the freezer. Let me turn this down a little bit. So it's like hard to the touch. Like you can touch it and nothing's happening. So perfect. So now we're gonna put. So I don't know if I want to add pecans to the frosting. I feel like the pecans would have to be chopped very fine in order to, they'd have to be chopped like super fine in order for the frosting to still work. So I'm gonna do what Katie said. I'm gonna frost it normally, and then I'm gonna put pecans along the side, and then I'm also gonna do a drip. So it's gonna be kind of a busy cake. It's gonna look a little busy because it's literally gonna have pecans all up on it and then a chocolate drip. And then, but I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that. I did put like a good amount of pecans in the filling, and mainly it's because I just don't want the pecans to like make it not a smooth surface. So this palette knife is full of crumbs. So I'm gonna scrape it off on this plate because I do not want crumbs in my final frosting. That was the whole point of the crumb coat. So crumbs are now a no-no. We do not want crumbs on our final coat. Even though honestly, it probably wouldn't matter because I'm putting pecans on it and then I'm doing a chocolate drip. So that's the other thing. If the more you add to your cake, the less perfect your cake has to be because you're just gonna cover up all those imperfections. So it's a lot less pressure, which is nice. But yeah, this looks pretty nice, right? Little cake. All right, here we go. Let's knock this out. So now basically it's literally like the same thing. And I'm really glad I added cream, heavy cream to this because it feels nice and smooth now, and it was a little bit thicker before. All right, here we go. So first I kind of just use this to get it like on the cake. I mean, it's basically the same thing as with the crumb coat. Use this, get it on here, move it around. Move it around town. Bring it around town. All right. And I kind of don't want to use all the frosting because I did want to put swirlies on the top, but I don't know if there's going to be enough for swirlies. So I'll have to figure that out later. Okay, this is like getting a little difficult to get onto this spatula. because it is. Oh no! Got on my fingers. Oh. Okay, don't drop, don't drop, don't drop. Don't drop, don't drop, don't drop. It's like getting harder to scrape out of the bowl. And then you kind of just do this over and over again. This is pretty much it. A croquet, how do you say that? A croquembouche? Is that how you say it? I think I have seen them make that on like the Food Network and stuff. Croquembouche. Is that the like cracked buns? Or is that something different? Like I'm picturing like those that bread with like cracks in it. You know what I'm talking about? Bro, this is kind of getting frustrating because I need F. I just put that on the crumb. Because I can't really get... Okay, if I do the swirlies on top, I'm gonna need to make more frosting. Because this is not gonna be enough to cover the cake and do the swirlies. I probably should have made more. My bad. Should have made more just to be sure. I usually make a lot of frosting because I rather just have too much frosting than not enough. I actually did make more than what this cake needed, but I always just take up a lot of frosting because I need it to make the cake smooth. It takes me like a few tries of scraping and adding and re-scraping and re-adding to get it there. So, yep. Here we go. All right. And I don't have my offset spatula. All right. That's pretty much the whole bowl. There's not much. Oh, if I had an apron, I should just be wearing an apron, but then my whole apron would be covered in chocolate. All right. Pastry puffs filled into a cone. Yes! Okay. Yes, I know. I have seen that before. I think I know what you're talking about. I feel like if an actual cake person saw me right now doing it this way, they'd have a heart attack. Because this just got real messy. This is not really what I meant to do, but... Usually this is supposed to be really smooth on top. And again, I don't have my offset spatula, so this is a little bit tricky. Make this really smooth on the top. And not have this much excess frosting on it. And then it's always hard to get these bottom pieces. Like, it always takes me a bit to get the frosting at the very bottom of the cake. So you have to make sure you get all of it. Like, I can literally see the actual cake right there, which tells me I do not have nearly as much frosting. All right. Okay, so that's decent for now. Then a trick you can do, now I'm gonna use the bench scraper, and a trick you can do is run it under hot water, so then the bench scraper itself is warm, and then it kind of helps not melt it, but like the warmness helps make the frosting like smoother, if that makes sense. So, okay, the sink is currently cold, so that is not helpful. Let me wait for it to get warm. Get warm. Dude, this thing's like usually always hot water, and then the one time it needs to be hot water, it's not hot water. Okay, almost there. Okay, actually that did not work. The water did not get warm. The water did not get hot, but I did not feel like waiting for it to get hot. That's really weird. It's usually always hot. And I'm like, no, the one time I need it to be, of course it is not. All right, we're gonna smooth this out, and then that will be it for now. All right, here we go. I need space, I need arm space here. This is like a never-ending game of like smooth it, put it back here, and then you retake this, put it back on the cake, smooth it, put it back here. It's like you go over and over and over again. Dude, that's not bad. That is not bad. I will pat myself on the back for that because I'm definitely getting better at this. This used to be like a real rough process and it would look so terrible, but I'm getting better. So I'm pumped right now. So there's chocolate everywhere. Oh my gosh, there's chocolate all over my fingers. Freaking everywhere. Okay, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? How's that look so far? So there's still like some little pieces. It looks good, thanks. So then there's like little pieces. So like right here, there's like a little bit of a gap in the frosting. So then you kind of like, oh wait, that wasn't even the gap, that was a different gap. Then you have to like take some back. And this is like why this takes a long time. And it takes like a lot of patience. That's why if you make rustic cakes, you're a smart person because you don't have to do this on rustic cakes. People like who make rustic cakes, they literally just throw the icing on with a spatula and it has like little waves in it and they're like, yep, there it is. Which is smart because then you don't have to do this stuff. So then this is like a constant game of adding frosting back on, scraping it, then re-adding frosting to the holes, scraping it again, re-adding. Like it really is just like, and then you just have to, you're done when you just convince yourself that that's the best you can do. That's when you're done. When you're like, all right, I'm done adding and scraping and adding and scraping. That's when you're done. Because you have like the, look, and then you ruin it. Isn't that weird? Like that's the process. Like you have it all smooth, you add in the gaps, which makes it not smooth, and then you have to re-smooth it. And then you just go insane doing this for an hour. It's like, it's true madness. It's true madness. It's kind of crazy. And then you do it one more time, and you're like, oh no, it looked better the first time. And then you just slowly go mad. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Bro, I actually think that looks worse than the first time. Whoa, it looks clean. In the camera, that one, it looks clean. That looks pretty clean, man. I mean, that's not bad. It's not, like, you can see it better in person, like the imperfections. But I just remembered, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I remembered I'm putting pecans on it. So it really doesn't have to be perfect because I'm about to literally cut. Dude, that is, I'm proud of myself right now. Kudos to me. Like, this is probably one of the better ones I've done. Bro. Bro, I'm getting better. Sick. Freaking sick, man. That's not bad. That's pretty dang smooth. Oh yeah, it's like a pottery class. And then you like scrape off the tops, which that's the part, okay, that's the part I'm still like not super great at, to be real. I'm still not great at that. I should probably find my, usually you would use an offset spatula and you kind of peel it in. I've seen people do it with a bench scraper. Oh, I'm nervous. This part is still kind of hard for me to get those like really nice, like crisp edges. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm putting freaking drip on top. But still, it's more like I want to be able to get better at it and do it right. So that I don't have to be reliant on putting toppings on my cakes for it to look. All right, what do we think? That's not bad, bro. I might like do a little jig because like, especially right there, I'm holding at an angle. That's pretty smooth. Like, bro, I'm just saying. You picking up what I'm throwing down? I'm gonna put this on my Instagram story. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at me, I'm so proud. How do I add to my story? I'm such a boomer. How do I add to it? I just added to it when I was doing this earlier. How do you add to a story that you already have a story? Like, if you already have a story, how do you add to a story you already have? Oh, plus sign, story, oh. Okay, here we go. Y'all get to be in it as proof. I'm gonna do a video. I really never do a video, but I'm gonna do a video anyways. All right, I'm here with my stream, and they saw it first. I got a pretty nice smooth sides on this one. Like there's some gaps, but it's pretty nice. And I'm gonna clean up the top, so ignore the top. It's pretty nice, look at that. All right, y'all are here, congratulations. You get to see me live figuring out Instagram and how it works. Okay, now how do I send it to my story? Next, to my story. Share. Clutch! Bro, I'm pretty excited. Okay, I need an offset spatula. I don't have an offset spatula, so I'm gonna use this one. This top needs to, no, the top doesn't need to be smoothed out because I'm putting a drip on it. So maybe I should just leave it. Martina, you're putting a drip on the, you're putting it, You're putting a drip on the cake. Don't touch it. You're putting a drip on the cake. You won't be able to see the top. Don't touch it. Put this down. Put this down. Okay. So that's pretty freaking good for me. That's all I'm saying. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Okay. Now I'm going to press some pecans into the sides, which is going to be great and also not great because it's like satisfying how smooth it is, and then I'm about to like put like pecans on the side, which kind of takes away from how smooth it is. Bro, I'm like really excited. That's like pretty sweet. Okay, let's put some chopped pecans on the side while the icing's still wet. And I kind of want to chop them more. Like, does this seem like, okay, y'all let me know. Does this seem like too big? Like they're chopped, but these still kind of seem like big pieces of pecan. Like, do these seem like too big of pieces of pecan to put on the cake? Like, should I chop them more, or should I, do you think this is good, or should I chop them more? Like, I'm thinking like they should be like little bits, like chips, like chipped pecans. These seem like really, I don't know, they seem like a little too big. I think I'm gonna chop them. I asked that question, but I think I made up my mind. I think I am gonna chop them slightly more. Yeah, chop them. Okay, yeah, I think I would chop them. All right, so I think I'm gonna call it there, because I still need to chop them, and then I'll put them on, and then I need to put the cake in the fridge to chill. But okay, chopped. Awesome. You're all the best. But as always, thanks for joining my baking stream, seeing me put a cake together. Roll some under a roller. Oh. Oh, you know what? I might do that. I might just bang them with a roller. Oh, does a roller make them dust? Okay, I'll mess with it. I could even put it in like a food processor, but that's probably too much work. I think I could just chop them up a little bit. So thanks everyone for joining, seeing how my cake turned out. If you want to see, like, there's still more stuff. Gonna put pecans on here. Gonna put a chocolate drip, some buttercream swirls, and pecans on top with a happy birthday message. So if you want to see how it's gonna turn out, make sure you follow my Instagram, which is in the description. And then once this becomes a video, please come back and comment what you want me to see, what you want to see me make next. And if someone makes a comment that you also want to see, like that comment, then I can kind of go by which comment has the most likes, and then I'll kind of pick that way. So a meat tenderizer, lol. Yeah, thanks for joining, Charlie. Melted chocolate. Yeah, I'm gonna melt, well, I have melted chocolate right here. I'm gonna put that as my thing. So, yeah, so I'll post this in a few days. I'll probably post the Iron Man cake, and so next week I'll probably post what this cake turned out like. So yeah, stick around. But I will see y'all next time. Thanks for joining. Bueno, bye.